The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
He could be off to get his friends.
Well, hopefully his friends are not just as ineffectual as he and his other friends were.
No, he'd bring the big guys. Let's go, whichever way you believe.
Well, we should at least turn this in. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's nothing legal.
Then how about we take it back to the mountain, because it's probably one of his stuff. And someone's probably selling it out from under him.
Oh, you know that guy will love whatever this thing is.
Well, maybe we could. We're heading that way anyway.
Alright.
Maybe he can at least tell us what it is.
Maybe we'll have not have problem of explaining it, not ours. And then they not believe us.
That's where the old cod guards will be here. Right.
We're continuing to the mountain with our box of whatever.
But I'll look out for any guards or...
Do we want to check for any of these guys before we go?
other bodies.
Could lead us to a whole cabal of criminals.
I'll do one, you do the other, and then...
Search. 1. Why do I even roll dice?
You impede everyone else's search attempts, resulting in failure across
It's a good
the
thing
board.
he was only doing one body. And I was doing the other.
He did such a bad job that it just really
I just like
for everything.
throw random shit from this one body over where Sulin's working. It's the only way I can think of it.
No!
It's what he said.
Then you'll
I
never be
just-
searching bodies again!
I just justified what he said happened.
Same team!
The result was already
He did
there.
such a poor job.
This is just a flavour of how it got there.
Then there's
Not
no
like
searching
that.
bodies for you ever again.
That's,
You're banned
It's
from
done.
searching bodies. This rate will ban him from rolling dice.
yeah, you probably should.
I like it.
If Stump dies, I'm going to make literally a non-combat character. I'm going to take some NPC class that just gives us out-of-combat utility.
And fail at rolling anyway.
I'm gonna play a diplomat or a fucking, I don't know, a fisherman.
Diplomat, also known as assassin, and
Yes.
fisherman, also known as bard.
Yeah. So I didn't get
Can I
any.
trade my weapon
Seabirds.
proficiencies for non-weapon proficiencies?
At 2 to 1, yes, you can.
I'll fucking do it.
So I didn't get anything because of his bad roll.
Pretty much, yeah. It was bad. It was that bad. It was 1. It's terrible.
I was just
And then this cramped little space. You don't realise how small. Look how small. Look how small and cramped it is.
It's the
They'll
Tiller
press
alleyways.
together like sandwiches.
Miss Tiller.
He'll be given back to us and go, never, ever bring him here again. Ever.
The only reason we're letting you leave is because you're taking him with you.
Either that or we'll go back to the fattest youth Yankee that ever
Yeah.
existed.
I'll pick up the 2 coin bags.
Washcloth pouches.
Right, let's go.
Onwards you go.
Might be interesting to know what the coin they're using.
Sadly, you in the fight, you all got turned around, and now you don't know which direction you're going in because all the buildings look the same, and you don't have a map, and there's no real way for you to know.
But when we look up at a slight angle, and we see that giant fuck off mountain,
The buildings are in the way, and you're not that tall.
we'll move around a bit until we
Am I
can get a
that
clear
tall?
line on it.
No.
I will leap up onto one of the buildings.
Or that.
Okay. Flashy Pants here leaps up onto a building, and she's like, "Oh, fuck! It's in the direction we were going.
That's
How
convenient.
fortuitous!" And she jumps right back down.
Nope.
And doesn't look around
No.
the rooftops or anything like that.
No!
Well, I don't hear a die hitting that thing.
It's a pass. It's a really
I
good pass.
still don't hear a die hitting the thing. I was talking so loudly.
It's a really good pass.
Yes. Okay, so you're looking across the rooftops. Specifically, since you were in specific, you sort of generally look around. And you see the quiet, still night. It does have some people running across rooftops, sort of in the... Where's the mouse? In the sort of like... so you're here, and somewhere over here, because of course you wouldn't be able to see specific. So in this cone, you see someone, a group of like 3 people, like running across the roof and going like boing, boing, boing across in that sort of cone somewhere there. Looking around towards these other areas here, you see a sort of greenish glow silhouetting houses over here briefly, and then you sort of hear like
Is it the same green as the green glow from the staff?
you don't know. You're not on the roof.
No, but I'm asking like for...
It could be.
There's something going on over there. If you guys want to continue, I can go check. We can all go.
You could probably get there faster over the roofs, correct?
Possibly.
Okay, we'll try and follow down here, but
If you wish. Or do you want to take your substance to the mountain just in case?
will you be alright without somebody else with you?
I hope so.
Well, if you're confident enough, by all means. We'll carry on.
Are you mental?
What?
You were going to let her go by herself.
Well, she thinks she's... I don't necessarily think it's the best idea, but she seems to think she'll be fine. She's used to operating on the rooftops by herself. I'm usually too noisy to go with her.
I always make life harder if I go.
It hurt nuts.
I mean, if you can
And
follow
me have...
or stay nearby, by all means, perhaps Jor-Karroc and I could deliver this ourselves.
Oh, she's already given me permission. I'm
leaping.
She's going
To
in
go
Sealand
through
direction.
the streets, it won't be as fast, but
She could muscle pose through the walls.
okay. So you take the little box back to the mountain. The guards are like, hold up. Where do you think you're going?
In there.
Or,
Are these his guards or?
yes.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Probably not on the list.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we're on the list.
Nah.
I mean, we helped stop those
No,
burglars
no.
and assassins before.
No.
Box for Kainor.
Probably not on the list.
Could send someone, ask him, yes?
We'll wait.
In no rush.
No, fine. Fucking. You're running across the rooftops. You're engaged in exciting action. This is good. Here, have one of these. You're doing a thing.
Thank
You
you.
should have got one earlier for doing a thing, but oh well, I guess it's too late now.
I'm gonna lose it by rolling like absolute dog shit.
Good.
That's what they're for.
Yeah.
To try and counter the rolling absolute dog shit.
Follow me on the logic here. So you roll a number of die per night, right? And they're bad. But statistically, that means there has to be some ones that are considered good, right? So if you use these and you're rolling just more, then you have a greater odds of counterbalancing what you've already had, even not necessarily on that particular roll set. And that's why you're not getting them so much, because it helps too much. It's basically trivialized previous things. So you're running across the rooftops. Right, so rooftops are narrow and thin, so I will need a tightrope walking check.
It's a pass.
B.
For Brendan, we know this. Can we carry on? Can we?
No, we...
You were this close to getting a non-monished knight.
C for Keen.
Couldn't have that.
Don't make him hit the button again.
Frank Conniff. So, you're running across the rooftops, spoinging from roof to roof with great athleticism, running across those narrow, the
Eaves.
bit where the two bits meet.
Eaves?
No, Eaves is down the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah.
Eaves.
The top bit, you're running across it. Lintel? No. It's at the apex. But what is it called? There's a specific word for that. The set of tiles across the top bit, and I can't remember it because I'm old. And you get close and you see squirreled away in a little nook between the houses the obvious area where it's coming from, because there's still like wisps of smoke in a blackened area. And there, looking up at the sky with nothing below the third rib, was a woman.
Oh.
Shit. Anything else around?
Big drow.
The one we recognise? Damn it. Duck.
Oh, has he got like energy balls? Energy balls or some kind?
Gold magic. Can drow
Yeah,
can do it.
Yeah.
Good thing I
So I
said
don't know
that.
if this was a mutant power, like literally, like
Whistles over the top because that was balls. Duck down. Curves off into the inky blackness of the Underdark. Probably actually fading out before too long.
still look like a flare, I imagine.
Oh yeah, big green light. You guys see this from anywhere.
Should we go back?
Your move.
Yeah.
I will.
We're taking it from that direction.
Oh. Well, he knows where I am though, so it's not much. I'll just jump down and attack him.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. You've done this lots of times. I don't need any. You just make an attack check. You don't need to. So practiced, and it's not like.
What's his AC?
This is a bit of a shit accident.
4. Drow average.
Yeah.
No, I must.
We thought worse.
I rolled.
Probably be higher
rolled
if he wasn't so lower. I should say, if
terribly.
he wasn't so big.
Oh, okay.
Mutant stuff might give him a natural toughness, right?
Right. He's.
We could have GR for all we know.
We just stop giving me ideas.
He's going to.
Things are-
I think you. It's pre-built.
I know.
It's been on the website for a couple of days. We just haven't found it. Because it's in
That's
plain
true.
sight where it's supposed to be. I actually think what I'm going to do is he's going to loom over you insanely grinning. It's like, like that.
Let me take your warring powers.
Doesn't work that way.
No, they were right. They were talking about that. I reckon that's what he's doing. That's why that one was half exploded.
This is my party.
It's,
This is my group.
it's your turn.
I will attack.
Okay, good.
That's a hit this time.
Hey!
Is he considered
We're
large?
able to nag people man.
Not at this point.
Okay. 4.
So, 1. What's your current AC?
It should be.
That's lucky.
No, the game's
Five points, I took one.
7 damage.
So it being ever prepared, stands, having landed on her feet, probably in a superhero pose, stands up on top of the crumpled form of him, around the corner there.
I'm going to attack him.
Okay. She launches herself furiously forwards.
I will draw my rapier.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, plus
Attack with the rapier.
Okay.
attacks and damage.
At 20.
Hey, that's what you want!
Was it a backstab? Because
He is aware you're there.
alright.
Ah, finally, that was a real roll. Still pretty good.
So that's 16, 17,
Plus one from Pre.
18,
Hey.
18, and I've got to roll these. Oh god damn it!
Close.
So close. He's not dispelled. I rolled 23
And 18 damage.
and 18 damage.
Ceylon, like, cuts him up with the fucking rapier. And he stumbles forward a bit. He turns around and he says, I'm done. Go away now. He continues walking.
I don't know how to react. No one's ever done this before.
I mean, he's bleeding heavily from the back.
Every day that would get him that low.
I think he's probably got a thing that's wearing off. Because,
Yeah, but he's a major threat and he's killing people in the city.
yeah, okay.
So
then we
I'm
get
not going to stop.
We get a bunch of
I'll
favors,
attack him
but-
again. Just
Okay, that's fine. This is not a backstab.
no, I know. Next attack. Yeah, this is. It's a hit. Again. Eight.
Big time.
He bellows out loud, a massive sound of rage, as he is surrounded by a torrent of green flame,
Green flame.
which expands to a 50-yard cube circle radius. Oh, 25. Okay, right. Right. Everything in the takes 66 damage.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
4.
Oh, shit, the roll is that as well. 1 minute.
9.
Have to roll the spell because
That's 18 points of damage.
So that's all of us?
If you're in the radius, and the buildings are too, and walls only tend to have 20 SP. So yeah, there's a big circle of damage. And then he turns around. And
18
let's
points, you
get...
say?
what's your attack go on?
That first one was... It was 4 plus 8, which is 12, and the next one's on 20.
Okay, so all of my attacks
So-
are going first.
Yeah,
18 points, you say.
18, yeah.
Miss.
Well, -3?
There's no save for half or anything? It's not an AOO?
Oh, you can, since you are behind the building, pull off a, say versus, no, it's a dexterity check
Oh, it's a dex check.
to avoid. This is
Oh, okay.
Oh, to avoid?
this is
Yeah.
got
Oh, that makes
this has
sense,
got
yeah.
weird rules that haven't been properly adapted.
Okay.
So I'm trying to.
Oh, good.
Okay, a dex check.
Oh, sweet
Can't
Jesus.
see what
But
that
at
is.
point blank, apparently you get nothing, which doesn't seem right
That's
to me.
a
But
pass.
whatever. And it's also a miss. Cool.
Got the name of it.
So my hit then.
By fire, yes. But by punching, no. I missed all of those.
No, my turn now.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just.
Okay, it's not as bad as it.
7. And. Not the spell.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I'm a hit. Try and hit him. I know that him getting hit resulted in this, but I'm trying to assume that he doesn't just do that every time somebody hits him.
It is an option.
Oh, 18 on the die, so that should be enough.
Probably shouldn't.
It should. That's 7 damage, not knocked down.
On 15, I'm going to attempt to fade out again. Pass. Yes. 66, 67 was as well. So 70. So I fade out for this round. Still do a lot of
Anything
this.
remaining?
Second attack this round.
Hey.
What's that? What's that? What's that? I don't think that's enough. He's still on same AC?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not enough.
You got anything else?
I did both mine.
New round.
12.
15.
1.
11. Oh, we're at 5.
That's a hit. What? 4. Boo. That is also a hit. I'm gonna get another D3. This one's cheating. Also 4.
Infecting and he's on -1.
Yep.
Yeah.
That, in fact, that's borderline. That's your sheet. Lucky fuck. You got lucky.
Punk.
Now go away.
Who's first?
I'm on 12, so.
I'm on for you. Smacking a bitch.
I didn't hear no bell.
No, that's absolutely not enough.
Even with your prayer?
You only roll 4.
Who's your Messiah now?
So 1 take round, so let's be done
15?
until the next round.
Yep. And I don't want to be the one that sets off.
No, it's a miss.
Maybe backstab?
Are you really sure this is a bright idea?
No, I think it's a horrible idea.
I'm definitely going to have to alter the rules of how this works.
Well, backstab.
No, this explosion array is not well adapted for 2nd edition.
I miss.
Oh, you don't have a 2nd attack.
Not this round, no.
You're done?
This round, yeah. I think so.
Cool.
I am.
Well, you're all very annoying.
Yeah.
So,
That's our greatest strength.
I have set my intention. Have you all set your intentions?
Yeah.
What are they?
Fade out, run away. And then backstab again.
Hit and fade is what you're built for.
Same as... Actually, no, I'm going to use my 2nd attack if I get to use Spiritual Hammer.
Okay.
Which I've never really used before. Because I didn't understand it initially when I read it. It's better than I thought.
It's actually very good.
I thought it was a Spiritual Hammer you summon and use yourself. No, you throw it out and it attacks like a ghost.
It's Mordenraken's sword for priests.
So I'll try fade away and come back again.
Okay, cool. That leaves only you get an AOO.
Oh, I get an AO.
If they're like...
him. Okay. Sure, I'll take it. What's he doing?
He's
Just keep walking away.
He's running forward 10 yards, which is when you get to make your attack. So what happens after that? You don't know.
Sweet.
He's going to make a running jump.
That is a hit.
Big boy damage.
It's the
Minimum
opposite of Big Boy.
damage.
So that is 5-6 damage.
Wow.
Because we don't even fade out because we know that we see him through that. And then,
He just disappears, or
Well, I mean,
it's
he's glowing green. You can still see him.
just all the way over there.
He's gone up,
Oh, just up.
and then there'll be some movement, and then there'll be some down. Somewhere.
oh, maybe he landed underwater. Now it's all contaminated.
Yeah, now. Actually, the water that falls down here and is surprisingly clean. Saltless. Combat is over.
You coward! I
And then
say,
a shit
yelling.
ton of guards arrive.
I say, yelling and shaking my hammer into the sky.
Saphiro is doing that.
I've collapsed on a pile on the ground.
Oof!
A bit of fabric and drow blood off of Harpex while the guards surround us.
What is going on here? What have you
What
done?
shape are you in? Okay,
Did I almost succeed?
not quite.
I'm
Not
lucky
as close as
that
you
I'm
probably
lucky
thought.
every round I get a point. If I don't have that, I'll be a lot lower than I was.
You're also lucky I read the thing where his punches turn off regeneration. I was like, nah, that's broken.
Oh.
I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Upon reflection, I'm not doing that.
I was nearly dead too if I didn't make the dex save. Or happened to be in a spot where I could.
I'm going to workshop that again because I completely ignored the fact. Disregard the fact is nowhere does it say there's a saving throw, and it's supposed to have.
Yeah, I wonder if we should just
one
always have a save for
round.
half.
No, you're supposed to have a saving throw
rounds.
on most spells that
That
don't
do areas.
require any kind of check.
Yeah.
If they require a check, you usually don't get one. But there isn't a check, and there isn't one listed there, and I'm like, what a blind spot. Oops. Okay, so, yeah, the guards show up, and they're like, what is going on here? What have you done?
It was the assailant. You know, the famous one, the big one who was attacking woman?
Pause. Guard. Thinks. Assailant. Big one. Attacking women.
There's a woman collapsed on the ground there.
Two of them even.
It's me, and there's two. There's an orc there as well.
Unpause. J'accuse.
No, not me. I tried to stop him.
Nah, your own words condemn you. Big, molest women.
I do not molest women.
Oh no! If they can
When
speak,
has a woman ever been molested by me?
if they can speak drow, the rat, they can.
They all wanted it.
You heard him from his own mouth. They all wanted it.
No, I mean... Scribbles, whose side are you on?
1 sentence.
And he consorts with orcs. Look.
Oh, can't argue. Am orc.
He admits it.
True, he is an orc.
Look at this destruction. Are we to believe that some random assailant did this? But it is meanwhile known that you possess powers.
I can't light buildings on fire with green flame.
Why would you
Green flame.
Why would you admit this?
What, that I can't do that?
No, why would you admit that you could? So of course you would say you cannot. Naturally, Sulin throws Severo under the bus.
He's the one wanted it.
Not like that. No, but like, well, you've never done it before, but that doesn't mean you can't or anything like that.
Who knows what kind of powers Tor gives you?
Or something along the lines of, I was more concerned about that box full of drugs you were carrying.
Well, here, I've gathered up your drugs, Severo.
No, that stuff's gone.
Look, it wasn't me. It was the same large abomination that attacked the convoy.
True. I was witness to convoy attack, and this was same guy.
What are you doing in this area then, if it is not to attack women's and blow up housing?
Is that a normal thing done in this area?
As far as you know.
Private
Got me there.
business.
Private business with whom?
I just orc, not in charge.
His point checks out. No one is rolling any kind of persuasion or charisma, so
I mean, I'm pretty sure I have a pretty hefty negative.
keeping in
That we
mind
might-
that is a reaction adjustment. It does not work down here.
Reaction adjustment is in the worst.
Please roll something over a fucking 2.
I'm actually dead on with the negative.
Fine, you believes you fucking completely. And you're like, well, if the York vouches for you.
That just doesn't sound
My
right.
natural charm.
You did take into effect that, like, that penalty. Fucking hell, okay. Okay, yep, they let you go. It's fucking hell.
I guess because
We live here now.
I referenced an early case, and maybe one of these guards was one of those guards.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about control and if you can take it. All about your depth and if you can pay it. All about pain and who's gonna make it. I am the king, you don't wanna play me. I am control, no way you can change me. I am heavy in depth, no way you can pay me. I am the pain and I know you can take me. Look over his shoulder, ready to run like a good little bitch from a smoking gun. I am the game and I make the rules. So move on out here and die like a fool, trying to figure out what my move's gonna be. Come on over sucker, why don't you ask me? Don't you forget that the price you can pay. Cause I am the game and I want to play. It's time to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about control and if you can take it. All about your depth and if you can pay it. All about pain and who's gonna make it. I am the game, you don't wanna play me. I am control, no way you can change me. I am heavy in depth, no way you can pay me. I am the pain and I know you can take me. Look over his shoulder, ready to run like a good little bitch from a smoking gun. I am the game and I make the rules. So move on out here and die like a fool, trying to figure out what my move's gonna be. Come on over sucker, why don't you ask me? Don't you forget that the price you can pay. Cause I am the game and I want to play. It's time to play the game. It's time to play the game. It's time to play the game. Bow down to the king.
They told me there'd be adventure, then they left me. Repeatedly I'm left alone. I want some freedom, I think I should adventure. It looks so much fun. I could cook all kinds of things from things I see. I adventure alone because they abandon me.
While the party of the Rat Paladin, the champions of Jor-Karroc, adventure and talk in the city of Uxalazax, the drow capital in the night below. In Zithra, they had left a member of their party whom they had promised grand adventure.
I'm so hungry. I can't believe they don't believe in... How can you get by on only 3 meals a day? What about second breakfast? 11's, dinner too, the dinnerning. Well, if they don't know how to do things properly, I'm going to have to do it myself. And I'm sick of sitting around here, where they told me to be. How was I supposed to know that that big wheel thing was important? It's not my fault. They should have put up a sign if they didn't want someone taking it. So unfair. Oh. I mean, how much trouble could I really get into? I'm so very small. Look how small I am. I know,
Tiller said, which is obvious when you think about it.
if they won't take me on an adventure and I have to stay here, there must have been a reason why they left me. Of course. What? Think, Tiller. Think. They always said I was very good at looking at things. And I was basically a scout. They were training me on night duty. I remember that quite distinctly. Of course, they want me to find out what these guys are really up to. They've given me adventure training mysteries.
And so he set about equipping himself for the bold adventure in the city of Zithral. Zithral, an outpost of the Githyanki, beneath the oceans of Jor-Karroc. The great weight of water, held at bay by a shimmering energy dome created by the mystics of the Githyanki, who dwelt within. Outsiders were not unwelcome here, but had to adhere to the strictly ordered society of the Gith. Tiller had been left behind in reality as a hostage, but he did not necessarily understand that. He did know that large soldier that the Gith employed to run their security didn't like him very much, and he was certain that man just hadn't got to know him yet.
Oh, that big soldier doesn't like me very much, but I'm certain that he just hasn't got to know me yet.
Tiller thought that while the big soldier didn't like him very much, it was only the matter that he hadn't got to know him yet.
Once he gets to know me, I'm sure he'll like me more. But one thing at a time, Tiller. Breakfast. Again, the sequeling.
And so, his emergency lost sausage links tucked within his pack, Tiller set off into Zithral. The quarters that had been provided were in the Crystal Gardens, or rather, a set of floating islands above them. The gardens below had been stocked by a variety of exotic plants that the Githyanki found pleasing to their eye, arranged in a manner that was unique only to them, and for their own reasons, which they were not about to share with outsiders, at least not outsiders that had not earned a place of trust amongst them. Tiller looked down and marvelled at the variety of plants. Beautiful colours sometimes seemed to clash, but he thought there was a kind of beauty in that too. All these different things the Githyanki had brought and put here so that they could look at. It was rather Tiller-ish of them, he thought to himself with a chuckle, as he uncoiled a rope and began descending unsafely, not using the elevating stone, but rather trusting instead to a securely tied knot in the manner that his father had taught him. Yes, it was very Tiller-ish of them. They too, clearly, enjoyed looking at many different things, but unlike Tiller, were not on an adventure, so they had wisely brought them, or arranged for them to have been brought here, to their city, that they may gaze upon them themselves at their leisure. A very wise and sound counsel.
When I eventually get my own hole, I'm going to do the same thing. I'll have all these things that I've brought from my adventures that I can look at and tell people about. And they'll say, "Gosh, Tiller, how tall and awesome you are." Yeah.
Once upon the ground, he gave the rope a little tug. The knot was secure, and the rope was thin enough that it ought not be discovered over soon, he thought. Best to leave it here.
I could climb back up and untie the knot so I could get it done again, he mused. I've wasted enough time as it is, and I'm so hungry.
He looked around, certain that a Githyanki pantry had to be close by. After all, in Wormwood, pantries were every third door. You never knew when you were going to need an emergency snack to give you the quick energy you needed to keep sleeping through the afternoon. To the north, the great waterfall thundered mutely. Indeed, a charm had been placed around it to muffle its mighty sound to a more pleasing background hum. It was, Tiller thought, probably not the best place to start. People did not generally store their foodstuffs so close to open sources of water. Dry places were better, and if that was the source of water, then, down to the south, must therefore be the driest place.
Oh, but no, that's where the harbour is.
East and west, he thought. It is important to understand that it is not actually east and west, but rather he had assigned in his head the value of north to the waterfall as it was the higher place, and everything else, south, was downhill from it, north being at the top of maps in Wormwood, and south being at the bottom. Therefore, in his mind, if he was going to arbitrarily assign a cardinal direction to anything, then why not assign it to the high place at the top and the low place at the bottom? It made sense to him at the time, and no one was going to argue. He set off to his east, filled with a mind for adventure and eating. But he had barely made it out of the garden when a patrol of guards happened by. Making a quick decision, Tiller dove into some bushes. He made some noise, it is true, but he reasoned that little animals and such must come to the plant life. It was only natural. So a little noise while he settled into his hiding place would be acceptable. It seemed to work. The guards, a pair of them, walked past. To him, they looked very casual, like two friends who were talking. But he had seen others, particularly the yellow-eyed woman, Sulin, in the party, seemed very casual, and then could spring into sudden acts of surprising, incredible violence. He reasoned that these guards must be like her.
Gosh!
He whispered under his breath, being unable to contain himself from making noise.
Everyone here is incredible. They've probably been on lots of adventures.
He watched as they turned into the garden.
Oh, they might be looking for me. They're probably trying to hide their food from me. I wonder why they would... Of course, it's their silly insistence that there's only 3 meals in a day.
3 meals in a day is in fact rather more than is traditional in most places in Jor-Karroc. 2 being the number that most places engaged in. The known breaking of fast, a meal which is supposed to be in the mid-afternoon, but increasingly as hungry monks began to ring the bells sooner and sooner, edged towards midday, and of course dinner, or the fine repast of a night. Tiller believed this was foolish. How could you engage in a day's worth of adventuring without an early morning meal to give you the quick energy you needed to get ready for breakfast too? And 11's. Tiller had managed to make the party of the Rat Paladin see the value in a breakfast. Filling in those corners was a good idea, he had reasoned. What if you got into a sudden adventure on the road and were unable to eat your meal? Without that energy in your body provided by the 3 large strips of bacon, 2 nice fluffy eggs, why not some ham while we're at it, and did we have any more bacon perchance? Then you would lose your strength in the middle of an important fight against something big, like a dwarf. The guards soon passed, and Tiller crept out of the bushes as quietly as he could with 3 saucepans rattling against his pack, and ran off, jangling into the... well, it seemed like night. There was a hazy blob in the water above the dome, which he presumed might be the moon, or the sun, but he was after breakfast, So the dimness, he'd rationalized in his head, would be that pre-morning darkness that you got, when you were still supposed to be tucked up safely in bed, unless you were on an exciting adventure. The fancy structures of Zithral spread out before him, and he knew he was going to investigate them all. What a wonderful thing to do.
This certainly is a good idea for bonus Tiller content,
he said, rubbing his hands together, wondering what perfectly innocent thing he could engage in next.
I wonder if they're going to use all of that ornamentation around their windows. I could probably repurpose it into something nice.
And so he set off onto his first independent adventure.